Hi everyone, this is Brian Hayes and welcome to a discussion on 4-part harmony for saxophone. If you haven't already checked out my video on 3-part harmony for saxophone, please do so because I won't be going over that essential information again here in this tutorial. Today I'll be demonstrating everything on the E-flat alto saxophone, and all of the notes and keys I refer to will relate to the E-flat instrument. However, the theory behind 4-part harmony is identical right across the full musical instrument families. Today we'll again be talking about the key of F major for the E-flat instruments. That's the key that has B-flat in its key signature. In our 3-part harmony video, we built up the chord family to 3 notes. We started on an F for the first saxophone, an A for the second saxophone, and a C for the third saxophone, and we simply played up those modes of an F scale and then multi-tracked those 3 parts together so that we ended up with the chord progression of F major, G minor, A minor, B flat major, C major, D minor, E diminished, and ended up with F major up an octave. Today we're going to invite a 4th saxophone player to join that trio, and we'll ask that sax player to play an F major scale starting on the 7th degree of the scale. That is starting on an E natural. So the notes that player will have to play will be E, F, G, A, B flat, C, D, E. These notes. Now, I'll put a music score on the screen and you'll see the 4 saxophone parts, and you'll also hear what those 4 parts sound like when they're played together. Check that out now. Now you'll notice in the music score on the bottom line that each of the chords in that 8-chord progression has now become an extension chord. By that I mean F has become F major 7th, F, A, C and E. G minor has become G minor 7th, G, B flat, D and F. A minor has become A minor 7th, A, C, E and G. B flat has become B flat major 7th, B flat, D, F and A. C has become C 7th, C, E, G and B flat. D minor has become D minor 7th, D, F, A and C. Now E diminished has become a rather complex chord, which we're going to call E minor 7th flat 5. An alternate name for that chord is E half diminished. Technically it's E half diminished 7th, but the music world just refers to that as E half diminished. We're going to call it by its perhaps more common name, which is E minor 7th flat 5. E, G, B flat and D. And finally we end up back on F major 7th but up 1 octave, F, A, C and E. As a great exercise to challenge your knowledge of the 4-part harmonisation of an F major scale, I challenge you to try and play each of the 8 chords on the bottom line of the music score that was on the screen. Just wind back the tutorial and freeze frame that online music score. Each of those chords I want you to play as ascending and descending arpeggios, but I want you to play them on one breath. That's the goal, to try to get to play that rather complex chord progression from memory. Initially use the music score so you can work out what the notes are, but the real test is to be able to play it from memory, not sight reading it, and to put your fingering and your saxophone technique to a real test. Try to play it on one breath. The only way you're going to be able to get through this exercise is if there's no doubt in your mind as to what those notes are, and you've practiced each chord individually enough so that your fingers have muscle memory on these new complex set of chords. The exercise should sound like this. It's the fundamental knowledge of scales and chords that you hear in the incredible technique of players like jazz legend Charlie Parker. Now, of course, those great players moved way beyond the technique of the instrument. And Charlie Parker is quoted as saying, "Learn everything you can about the saxophone and music, then throw it all away when you play. Forget everything when you play, and just play from your heart and your mind and your soul." So put in the hard work on your instrument and with your mind, and it will repay you 1,000 times with the enjoyment you'll get from being in better command of yourself as a musician and being able to express it freely through your instrument. I hope you've learnt something new in this tutorial today. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Keep practicing the saxophone. Try and learn something new about yourself, music and the instrument every day. Bye for now.